Yo, what's up? My name is Zach, otherwise known as ZeeCeeKeely, a reggae rock artist from Tucson, Arizona.
So, your band's music has been described as a new breed of an American reggae. How do you blend your diverse influences to create your unique sound?
It's really just like a matter of the different influences I grew up with. Like, I was raised kind of classic rock. My family was really into music, so they would bring me to concerts growing up, and any kind of melody or something that just would stick in my head as I would get older and start coming into my own as a musician. I kind of was just like, I always loved that style or that sound, but like my heart is taken by reggae now, so I just use those influences from those other genres I grew up with to create the sound in my music too. So yeah.
With your roots in Tucson, Arizona, how has your local culture and the music scene influenced your band's style and lyrics?
It being like the Southwest, we have that old Western style everywhere, that old Western vibe. So and a lot of native spirit too. There's a lot of native tribes down there, so we kind of try to intertwine, that Southwestern cowboy kind of style, but into the reggae. You'll hear some songs where we whistle kind of like you'd be hearing in an old Western and stuff like that. So it's just, we definitely let our area and culture that surrounds us impact our music as well, as everyone should, Yeah.
And your album, Fight Us and Unite Us, touches on themes like environmentalism and social justice. Can you discuss the inspiration behind these themes?
I mean, look at the world around us right now and everything we've had to experience and see. I remember growing up and reading the history books and being taught history in class. You see like a lot of racial injustice throughout history and stuff like that, and a lot of people treating people badly just because of what they believe in or where they're from. So throughout my life, I've seen, that stuff kind of repeating, and it's kind of scary to see like things that you didn't think would repeat in history repeating right in front of your eyes. So it definitely bears to create a heavy influence, and that's what makes me, part of the reason as to why I like to do this music. It's a means to share that message and fight against those things that we need to be moving away from,
And how is working with artists like Karim and Kaya influenced the band's music and your approach to collaboration?
Collaboration is one of it's one of the funnest things to do, in my opinion. I love it when there's that empty space and I give someone that free for all to do what they want with that empty space. I'm never 100% sure what they're gonna do. I let them listen to the song and determine what they're gonna create off of what I've created, and so it's like a bouncing back and forth effect between both of us. So I think it's like, it's like a conversation that you're having, but through music, so.
And can you share the creative process behind your hit track, Beautiful Creation, and what message you hope listeners take from it?
Beautiful Creation, the message behind that is that the world is beautiful and that we need to treat it better. There's people who will just throw their trash on the ground and rev their engines for no reason. All kinds of little things that if we stopped a bunch of those little things, unnecessary things, that the world would be better, and everything is a beautiful creation around us. Even if it doesn't appear to be beautiful to your eyes or to your nose or your senses, everything has a reason and beauty behind it. Even the dark side of things. So.
And your music often carries a powerful message of peace and unity. How do you hope this impact affects your listeners and the community through your music?
Say that one more time, just because it was a little loud.
Your music often carries a powerful message of peace and unity. How do you hope to impact your listeners and the community through your music?
Just that same way, that peace, love, and unity. Like I want to bring people together in a positive atmosphere, and and walk away with something, a message that's stronger than just, you know, partying all the time, or you know, love songs are great too, don't get me wrong, but you know, just songs with strong messages that will help change the world and better the world, you know.
Yeah, that's it. And given the challenges posed by COVID-19, how has ZeeCeeKeely adapted to the continue making, performing, and all that stuff?
It's been hard, don't get me wrong, like everything's changed after COVID, the way you approach shows, the way promoters approach you, everything. The ticket sales, pre-sales are just like almost non-existent nowadays, so we've had to navigate in different ways, you know, cutting budgets and, you know, doing what we can to make sure we're still getting our music out there, even if sometimes we have to make some sacrifices to make it happen, you know. At the end of the day, though, we're gonna keep pushing through, and nothing's gonna stop us from trying to share this message, you know. So.
And what has been the most rewarding part of your musical journey so far?
Being able to just travel, see the world, and meet a bunch of amazing people. That's probably the best takeaway out of all of it is the experiences that I'm getting out of life. You know, no material thing can measure the amount of experience I'm going to have in this life. You know, when I'm laying in my deathbed, I get to look back at my life and see that I did a lot instead of just did one thing forever, you know?
And can you talk about the significance of your upcoming album and what fans can expect from it?
So the first album was Fight Us and Unite Us, and that one kind of just introduced people to our sound, right? This is like what ZeeCeeKeely is about. But I think the second album is really gonna define what our message is about and what our true sound is, as far as the elements we like to use and the influences are really gonna show in this album. I'm really excited for some of the material that we're working on for this one. So it's gonna be one of the biggest ones in my heart as far as accomplishments go in albums.
And how do you see your role in reggae music evolving in today's social and political climate?
I see it doing whatever it needs to do along with the message that I'm putting out there, you know. I have a platform and I'm just trying to use that platform, and if there's a couple ways it could go, you know. If it's not accepted or taken in, that's fine too. It's still not going to stop me from creating and putting it out there. And I'll keep evolving with the music, and I'll keep evolving with the times, because as long as there's stuff to sing about in this world, I'll be singing about it and sharing it, you know. So yeah.
Good answer. And with a strong stage presence, how do you prepare for live performances to ensure that they're engaging and convey your music message?
Smoke a bunch of buds and just make sure we're in a positive state of mind, you know. Sometimes I can get a little stressed out, but as long as I calm down before I hit the stage, everything seems to work out all right, you know.
And looking ahead, what are the band's goals for the next few years, both musically and in terms of a broader aspect?
Growing our stage band, you know, getting the full horn section, getting the keyboard players back, you know, getting a bigger amount of people on stage to create all the elements that we have involved in our recorded music. Putting out albums and start working on a bunch of content. You know, we want to do more content, more music videos, more singles, spread it out a bit more, or, you know, so instead of it being so far apart when music's coming out, just keep, you know, being more consistent with releasing new music for our fans. So yeah.
Anything, last words, anything you want to plug?
Big love and respect to you, man. It's been such an honor and hanging out, and you know, you've been super accommodating to us, and their hospitality is amazing. So we appreciate you, and thanks for having me and talking with me, man.
Okay, thank you for giving me the time, brother.
Yeah, for sure.
Okay, thank you, man.
Thank you.